Hi, I'm Ron Hamilton, and we're talking about TPR20, arthritis, and the causes of arthritis. Here's a question for you. Why is there still a problem if we understand the problem? I've spent long hours reading literature, textbooks, research papers on arthritis. There is an enormous amount of information. Wonderful researchers, great doctors have been studying this for a very long time. And they really do understand a lot of the pathways that lead to the chronic condition we were describing. But there's still a problem. There are still 40 million people with arthritis in North America. Many of them are on pain-relieving drugs that at best take the edge off, but they don't seem to stop the progression of the disease. This is a major problem. One paper I was reading from the great hospital Johns Hopkins in Baltimore was talking about hope for the future. They hope there will be drugs to inhibit cytokines. We talked about cytokines very briefly in our last video. We'll talk about them a great deal more in the future. But they hope for drugs to inhibit cytokines, which are inflammatory triggers. They hope for genetic therapy. Part of the problem, as I see it, is the model they're working with. In the medical model, we are looking for a drug, a single compound that will somehow stop this terrible progression of inflammation and pain that we find in arthritis and many other inflammatory diseases. Biology doesn't seem to work that way. Almost all compounds in biology are multiple. They're complex pathways. I mean, no composer creates music with one note. You're looking in biology at complex solutions for complex problems. And this is why the TPR20 immediately stands alone as an effective treatment for pain and the underlying conditions of pain. Come and have a look. This is why it's called TPR20. These are the ingredients. We'll look in more detail in the future, but for now, I trust you can see this is not a single compound. This is not an aspirin. It is a multiple formula combining ingredients that are antioxidant, ingredients that are from plants, ingredients that are common vitamins. Each one of these has been researched in detail. Never before have they come together in one effective formulation. So already we're looking at an entirely different botanical and biological model for the treatment of arthritis. So if we come across here to this picture again, we see inflammation. We see the cytokines acting, triggering this process. We'll talk about those more in the future. In here we've got oxidation, which I'm sure you've heard of. This is where free radicals damage cells. We've got all three things happening together: inflammation, oxidation, and cytokines. No single drug could possibly deal with all three. But we step back here, that's why we have 20 ingredients in TPR20. Thank you.